Activities of interest, obviously real estate and investing, stock market, and more investing, and vacations. He resides in Somerville for about a year now, and his burning desire is to help people create financial abundance through real estate investments and entrepreneurship. And something that no one knows about him, he ran a 12-mile obstacle course. Was that the Spartan race?
It was Tough Mudder.
Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
The one where they electrocute you?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I still have nightmares about it.
Okay. All right. His keys to success comes from contribution. Always looks for ways to add more value to his clients. Arthur Motors.
Thank you. So yes, the children are coming soon, but I am taking referrals on the females. So if anybody knows a great woman, I'd certainly appreciate that. So my name is Arthur. I'm with DNA Realty Group. That's a company me and my brother started a few years back. So thank you for allowing me to present to you today. So today we're going to talk about a few things. I'm mostly going to tell you more about who we are and why we do what we do. And I think that's going to uncover a lot of opportunities for not only you being able to refer us, but also to see ways that we could possibly help you in your business. So, DNA Realty Group is my team. We're affiliated with Keller Williams Realty. When you think of real estate in the traditional form, you think of a realtor. I know the pictures are kind of hard to see, but you think of the traditional guy or gal who's sitting there, they show property, they fill out contracts, they're doing everything. That's quickly becoming the old approach in real estate because you can't do that many transactions. If I'm doing the marketing, putting the properties in MLS, listing the properties, going on to appointments, there's only so many clients that I could handle at one specific time. So we kind of switched the model of real estate and we built a team. And so it's not just me. You see me standing here in front of you today. It's actually a whole group of people. Me and my brother started the company. We also have Chris who does all our transactions. So the paperwork gets done and it's done on time and it's done quickly. We have Ando who also helps present to other sellers. We have Pete who also works for us and works with buyers as well as sellers. And we have Taylor who does all our marketing. So that frees up my time to go out and better serve the clients and the people that you refer to us. So why we do what we do. So in 2009, we started looking at real estate as an investment opportunity. It was me and my brother. We actually wanted to buy my dad a house. As we went out into the marketplace, started looking at property, we quickly found that most real estate agents were not professional and they were just looking for a commission. And if they realized that you weren't buying a house pretty quickly, they kind of wanted a commission or they didn't want to work with you. And it left a bad taste in our mouth, so my brother was like, hey, we should get licensed, we could do this. So we did. And from then on, our guarantee to our clients is to provide tremendous quality service. So they never feel like a number or a digit. So that way, even though we could help hundreds of clients, everybody feels like they're the only one. And that's really our goal. That's why we got into business. So then you see my brother, he actually used to cut hair before he got into the real estate industry. Then he got into the real estate industry, lost all his hair, and then they kicked him out of the barbershop industry. So you can see he went from having a full head to being bald. And this is how we do it. The difference between us and most people, right? As I mentioned earlier, the realtor, the typical guy or gal is doing everything, right? They sit down with you, sign a contract. So we switched the model slightly, but it makes a tremendous difference in the effect on the client. So instead we put the client in the center of the universe, and we put the pieces around the client to better suit their needs, their goals, and to give them a much, much better experience. So me and my brother started the company. We're always going to seminars. We're always involved in some kind of coaching or consultative relationships. So we got an expert helping us improve our technology and our systems to provide a better quality service to the client. But we also have the pieces that I told you we have in place. We have other individual people that work for us that make the process smooth for our clients. And now the client could feel much more comfortable because if I'm on an appointment and I can't answer the phone, we got Chris who they could shoot an email to and he'll respond. We also have an intern now, which was a great idea that I got from Brett. So all of those pieces make the client experience much more smoother. It also allows us to do many more transactions than the average agent. And now we're going to get to kind of like what we do. What we do is quite simple. We help buyers buy their first home, their dream home, or an investment that they're looking to purchase. And we literally will take them and we'll walk them by the hand through the whole process. So they don't feel like we felt when we first started buying a home, right? So now the process is smooth. We find that when they're educated, they actually find the house faster and they end up getting a better deal because they know what to expect. They know what kind of market it is. They know, for example, if properties are going 50 grand over asking, like Jeff mentioned earlier, they're not going to come in and give a full price offer and expect to get it because we educate them. And that helps them not only get the property, but it also helps them get a better deal. Big part of what we do, about 60 to 70% is work with sellers. So anybody that's looking to sell a property, which is one of the biggest assets that most people are ever going to sell, we sit down with them and we have an aggressive marketing approach and the latest technology and tools to be able to help them get the most dollar. I mean, everybody could sell a home at the end of the day, but statistics will show you that realtors on average get 14% more than a for sale by owner. And our statistics are even better than that. So we sit down and we help sellers sell their home. And last but not least, we also do rentals, but only for investors. So in other words, if you just bought a 2-family and you need help renting it out, we'll do that. And the reason we do that is because we know that great tenants become great buyers. Also, those investors will often do what's called a 1031 exchange, sell their piece of property, buy another one. So it's more like a relationship building tool. We don't take tenants around, so if you know somebody that's looking to rent a property, tell them to go on Craigslist. Or we could give them a good referral for another real estate agent. So that's pretty much what we do. So now we're going to talk about how to uncover opportunities and more opportunities so you can refer us better. So as I was running my numbers for this presentation, what I found is nearly 50% plus of all our business in 2015 came from referrals. That means people just like you in this group and people who we know, past clients or even repeat clients. Somebody who's bought a house, wants to buy another one, wants to sell another one. So a lot of our business now comes from referrals. So I sat down and I started looking through the list of who are the best referral partners for us. So I could present that to you and be able to expand our opportunity and how you could refer us. And what I found out, it's not a specific individual person, it's not even a specific business, but it's kind of a person who I would describe as a social butterfly. It's actually just like the people in this room who are great networkers, who take the tools that BNI teaches you, go out and network. As you improve your skills, you become much better with people. And as you become much better with people, the opportunity to refer me becomes much easier. Some of our best referral partners are great networkers and they're great people. Kind of what I would call social butterfly. So some of the things or some of the ways that I found that they uncover opportunities is a lot of times they just get me in the door. So they'll hear, real estate is a common topic around everybody. So they'll hear somebody say, oh, I'm thinking about buying a house or selling a house at one point, right? And they'll say, hey, before you actually do that, have you talked to a realtor yet? And the person might say yes, or they might say no. Before you actually sign an agreement, why don't you talk to my guy? If you're not absolutely blown away by him and his team and what they have to offer, you could always go back to your original plans. And what we find out once we get in the door, people really truly see how we're able to not only get them more money on the sale of their home, but also help them find their dream home much faster with a lot less hassles. So that's the best way to refer me, is really to just listen out for opportunities. So as you're out working, networking, or you hear a family or a friend member say, I'm thinking about buying a house, I'm thinking about selling a house, it doesn't have to be that they want to do that action today. It could be 6 months, a year from now, because the way we follow up with our clients is pretty good. We have systems in place to build those relationships. So those are the best referral partners. Those are the best way to refer us. And as you're going about your day and you're listening to that, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to do so. Now, some of the other ways or other opportunities that I found that are able to give us multiple streams of business, right? Investors, in your traditional sense, they're flippers and they're people who buy and sell portfolio to build and accumulate wealth. We work with a lot of investors. Some of them had 0 investments and now have 5, 10 properties since they started working with us. So real estate investors, whether they're just starting out or experienced that you want to buy, sell, invest in real estate, grow their portfolio, that's a great referral for us. Another one is expired listings. So people who are on the market that try to sell it but were unsuccessful is called an expired listing. If you know that person personally and they're like, oh, I just tried to sell my house, it was the worst experience ever, we were unsuccessful and now we don't want to sell anymore because we can't get the money, whatever their reason or excuse is, just tell them, listen, you have to talk to my guy. If he doesn't show you without a reasonable doubt that he can not only sell your house, but possibly get you what you were asking and more, then you could just not sell your house. For sale by owners, again, relationships of people that you know that are selling themselves, okay? So if you have a relationship with somebody who's selling the property on their own, you simply say to them, if there was a way that my realtor could actually make you more money while he does all the work and takes on all the risk, net to your pocket, would you want to hear more about that? If they say yeah, connect us and I'll take it from there. So other ways is agent referrals. So if you know an actual real estate agent, those are referral sources for me. Because if they sell in another state or a country, we could do referrals. I could send a referral to the Cape and I actually get a fee for that. Or they could send me a referral if they don't service this area. BNI, obviously. As you know that I sold Steve Kearney's house, so it was a smooth transaction, I think. Right? So if you know somebody personally, BNI is a good source of business for us. Business to business, so business people just like you. And sphere of influence. Those are the groups of people in your personal database. And my time is up. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.